I'm going to tell you why I'm a Eula simp.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
For real though, she's just really thick. I should just end the video here, but let me tell you what makes Eula great. And also not so great. Maybe I just like pastel out blue, but her colors are pretty pleasing to the eyes. Her outfit shows off her figure, and she looks really combat ready.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
The way Eula holds her sword is just so majestic. Look at the way she spins the sword around while she's attacking. And then hear that last slam. Such force. One more time, but in slow motion. The way she also slams her sword from plunging. Woo-wee! Power move right there. As for her gameplay, I find her really enjoyable to play as. She attacks very fast as a Claymore user and can keep you entertained with a combination of her normal attacks, elemental skills, and bursts. So how I typically play her, I press elemental skill, use her normal attack combo, then press her elemental skill so I don't have to wait for the attack ended animation to happen. If I don't cancel that end animation, I for some reason had to watch her whip her cape. Then when I burst, I do something similar. I burst, press elemental skill, normal attack combo, then hold elemental skill. Then the Sword of Doom drops on those baddies. Speaking of her burst, I wish it just had more range. It doesn't reach everybody around her vicinity. Her burst also drops behind her. So I hope the range is accounted for her burst when it drops, as in the range covers more in front of her, because I don't know about you, but I ain't fighting the enemies behind me. I'm typically facing baddies I'm splashing at. So I kind of wish they boosted the range of her burst, but it is a nice touch. The damage of her burst also depends on how much you charge it. And how do you charge it? By using normal attack, skill, and as her burst deals nearby cryo damage.
Beg for mercy.
Let me know in the comments below how you guys like playing as Eula if you have her. Or let me know how you like playing Yeung if you don't. Remember how I mentioned she's thick? So even her gameplay mechanics support this. Every time you hit an enemy with her skill, she gains a stack of Grimheart. Grimheart boosts her resistance to interruption and boosts her defense. Her burst too. While the Lightfall sword that follow her is still up, her resistance to interruption is increased. How about that for dick? But I do sometimes overpush Eula, because when I'm interrupted by enemies, that gives me time to check on my character's health. Unfortunately for Eula, I don't get interrupted much, so I don't check on her health often. And then she dies. Her passives are really useful too. When she crafts character talent materials, she has a 10% chance to get double the product. Her second passive, Royal and Rhyme, grants her a baby burst after you get 2 stacks of Grimheart, and holding the elemental skill. Her baby burst deals 50% physical damage. And as for her third passive, Wellspring of Warlust, it resets her elemental skill cooldown after her burst is used and she gets another stack of Grimheart. If I had to compare her to another Genshin character, I call her the better male version of Diluc. They're both similar in that they're tall, have the same hairstyle, kinda, and wield a claymore. Except I don't find Diluc's sword play mechanics entirely too interesting compared to Eula. It's just because Eula spins in almost every single direction and Diluc just whops his sword around. Eula pairs very well with another cryo character because she can use the cryo party resonance to increase her crit rate by 15% against enemies affected by cryo. She has about a 4-second cooldown on her skill too, so she can apply cryo for an okay amount of time, helping Eula to deal out extra crit damage with that resonance. Diona specifically I prefer as a cryo parent. Diona can pop a shield for Eula to protect Eula during her attacks and provide the heals Eula needs with her burst. Because Diona's burst has to auto-land on an enemy, that makes it ideal for Eula as she has to perform close combat. whereas an archer like Ganyu may not be well suited to receive the heals, since Ganyu is better at attacking from a distance. Diona's burst also applies cryo damage to enemies, so Eula gets that 15% crit rate up. Also, it's just funny to switch from Eula to Diona and vice versa because of their height difference. Zhongli and Noelle can work too to provide shields for Eula. I like to put my non-C6 Bennett as well to boost Eula's attack, and in my opinion, you could probably pair Bennett and Shang Ling with Eula. Bennett bursts and then Shang Ling with high elemental mastery. When she uses her burst, you can apply melt on enemies, and then put your hands together and hope Gooba points in the right direction. Or you can put Bennett and Amber together, have Amber and Eula, because lore-wise Eula doesn't like Amber. Let me know in the comments below who you think pairs well with Eula. I mean, I guess you could even put all the tall ladies together and have quite the party. Or you can put all the shorties and Eula together and Eula can truly be Cryo Mommy.
You've got some skills.
Her best 5-star weapon right now is going to be the Song of the Broken Pipes because of the high base attack, which is a whopping 741 at level 90 and an OK substat of 20.7% physical damage bonus. Song of the Broken Pipes passive is pretty nice too. It is quite the essay, but let me give you the TLDR. Hit baddies, get attack boost, get 4 sigils as they say, get nicer attack boost and attack speed boost for your party, and it lasts for a short time. Any 5-star weapon will beat out a 4-star weapon in terms of base attack. I personally use the Skyward Spine because I have nothing else in terms of 5-star claymores. But we all can't treat Eula out to a nice 5-star weapon, so if I had to pick 4-star claymore, it would be the Snow Tomb Star Silver. Snow Tomb gives a nice physical damage substat bonus of 34.5% at level 90, and it even drops icicles onto the baddies. So as Eula, you're raining down the burst and icicles. And Snow Tomb Star Silver also complements Eula's design in my opinion. Ideally, I would choose Serpent Spine as my 4-star weapon, but that thing is just so darn ugly on Eula's back. How are you gonna treat a lady to that ugliness you call Serpent Spine? Ridiculous. But meta-wise, that crit rate substat is going to be quite handy, so you can choose a crit damage circlet. Combine that crit rate substat with cryo resonance and boom baby, the odds are in your favor. And as we talked about earlier, if you pair Eula up with a character who can provide shield, you don't even need to worry about that extra damage Eula takes from Serpent Spine's passive. Prototype Archaic, Royal Greatsword, and Blackcliff Slasher are solid choices too. Archaic and Greatsword give an attack substat, while Blackcliff give a crit damage substat. Though I much prefer the physical substat from Snow Tomb over attack substat because there comes a limit to attack percentage. The attack percentage is pretty much going to be covered by your artifacts. Blackcliff is only nice if your artifacts cover enough crit rate. Also, Blackcliff passive is low-key useless on one-on-one battles because you gotta defeat an enemy to reap the attack bonus. So let's focus on what I build. I build the typical DPS build. For Sands, I give attack percentage. For the Goblet, I give physical damage bonus, and the Circlet, crit rate. Substats, I try to focus on crit rate and damage, but this is MiHoYo we're talking about, so it isn't going to be perfect. There are a few sets of artifacts you can go with to maximize damage. First, 2-piece Bloodstain plus 2-piece Pale Flames. Second, 4-piece Pale Flames. Third, 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Bloodstain or Pale Flames. And fourth, a cryo build if you want to use Chongyun in your team. I won't be talking about that. Personally, I go with 2-piece Bloodstain and 2-piece Pale Flames. Why do I go with 2-piece Bloodstain and 2-piece Pale Flames? Because I'm lazy, dude. 4-piece Pale Flames is essentially 2-piece Bloodstain and 2-piece Pale Flames and 2-piece Gladiator all combined like a Costco bundle. That sounds pretty juicy, Jay, right? It's all combined only when you hit your skill twice within a certain amount of time. I can't remember that. And with 2-piece Bloodstain and Pale Flames, you'll have 100% uptime of an extra 50% physical attack damage. So for now, I prefer the automatic boost.
More speed.
With that all in mind, would I recommend Eula? Big fat yes for simping, but big no for the meta. My Ganyu can output way more damage with a single arrow than Eula, swinging 5 times with her fat claymore. And also, Eula is just so adorable with a fast food hat. Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below what you think about Eula. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And thank you guys all for watching.
Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.